Koya tahia sia na koya taria pokokiana tahia shio tiria na sikikirata hoya manioko honia manioko shukahia sa pahiri ori pasaya oya ya kakiro tuko koreaka tashukoko iana sakahia Panahia Shoya Kahirioko Unia Tasahiri Pasiki Iata. Welcome, guys. Just hopping on for a spontaneous live. As always, I did mention on my live this morning that I thought I would come on. And yeah, I feel really guided to come on the Temple of the Sun tonight. Well, I'm at the Temple of the Masters and on YouTube. Greetings, blessings, and love. Thank you, Tristan, for joining. Thank you for your blessings this morning on my Mother's Day message, my Ria on the Run this morning. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being there. Thank you for shining your light. Thank you for your presence. For you are definitely assisting and aiding and bringing forth the messages. It is through our awareness that we bring forth and reflect our light. So thank you, guys. Just waiting to see if anyone else wants to pop on. If you don't mind sharing out, Tristan, that would be cool. Oh, I should have brought my computer up here to share out. So yeah, welcome to this moment of now, this moment of you. Every moment of now is an opportunity to embody, to reflect, to connect, to align to more and more of your natural state of being, which is pure God source energy, love, healing, rejuvenation, peace, happiness, abundance. You are that. We are all that. And it is through breathing and connecting to our heart space, that we create a portal. Well, the portal's actually already there. We step into the portal of all that we are multi-dimensionally, guys, multi-dimensionally. We open up to streams of consciousness beyond our consciousness, beyond our present consciousness. We open up to streams of consciousness beyond our consciousness. That's very interesting. Sorry, my scalp is so itchy lately. So I just took a bath, and I don't know if it's the water or the shampoo I'm using, but lately I'm like a dog with fleas. Hey, welcome back, Lauren. Good to see you as well. I just got back getting pizza. Oh my God, Lauren. That cat, I was just tuning in to Facebook a second ago, and your cat is so huge. That huge orange cat, that is like unbelievable. So beautiful. Such an anchor, such a space holder. Amazing. And then it disappeared. It was like a mini message. It was like you going on to do a live, but then it like kind of disappeared. Welcome, Alexandra. Okay. I just took a shower. Yeah. So my hair is wet. I'm not a primp. I'm not primper. I don't primp in too much. I just like au naturel. I stick on a little makeup and whatever. My hair's pretty dry, so I don't blow dry it. I have 2 other videos with the cat. Oh my God, what a presence. At first, I thought it was just like a throw or a blanket or a pillow you were holding on to. And then I'm like, holy cow, look at that cat. So beautiful. There's beautiful Gina Palazzo. Oh my God, Gina, the baby picture in you. Such an exchange of love. My heart just swells at that image you sent of me with your granddaughter. Gina is a new grandmother, and oh my God, she has such a little angel. The way she, so I saw the picture, and then I zoomed in a little bit to see her little face, and then I saw the smile, and I saw that your glasses also had purple, lavender, like her shirt, and just the exchange of energy. And not just the exchange of that energy in that moment, you could see that it extends beyond that moment, like the depth, that you guys' souls are intertwined. It was so beautiful. Go with the flow. Do not pet the cat backwards. Okay, I was chilly. I stuck a big shirt on. So I thought I would just deliver a little message, maybe a little extension clarification of this morning's, but for the collective. And even though this morning's message wasn't just for mothers, Spirit really, really brought forth a healing just for myself in that message. And I'm going to say Mother Mary as well. I'm very close to Mother Mary, the divine feminine, and, the Mother Mary, Mother of Jesus. And I just felt like there was a huge healing with that message. And then I had some interactions with my sister in law, a very spiritual, beautiful woman. And she just brought some like validity. Like so many times in life we have to operate just from our trust, from our heart, just from being ourself without that outside reflection or validation sometimes. And we just really sometimes have to keep going and going and going, but in being really, really true to yourself. And sometimes we don't get that reflection, but that is showing us, it's giving us internal power, strength, courage, alignment against what appears to be real on our outside. But also, it's because we are really, really balancing energies for the collective, for our ancestry, in remaining true to oneself. So through the message this morning, what I realized was like what others might say is a good mother. We have these labels, we have these paradigms, we have these expectations sometimes from past lines, and sometimes we don't fit that role of not just motherhood, but whatever that archetype is for you, whether it's a dad or whether it's a sister or a brother or a husband or a wife or a partner or a friend. Our roles are our roles. Our soul came to embody that archetype, but also in many ways to break free of the limitations that archetype holds. So as a mom, sometimes like you can look at so many people have relationships, past relationship issues, we'll say, with our parents in some way, shape, or form, but they helped to form us, and our parents held that space for us to turn within, to connect with our light, whether it be through contrast or illumination or resonance. We all have this collective experience, and it truly, truly, truly is based on unconditional love. This morning, when I watched the replay, sometimes I pick up on things I didn't realize was being channeled through, and we all come in the name of unconditional love, regardless of its appearance, because sometimes we come forth in ways that might not seem loving, but they're really to activate or to bring an understanding to someone else in our realm in order to break free of that ancestry line. Um, so as a mom, sometimes they, like I use the example of some moms, you consider them loving, nurturing, protective. You go for them to help you with your boo-boos. You go for them for emotional support in general. The dads usually are the stronger archetype. And I'm just saying in general, based on past. So some moms might feel bad or not understand why they don't feel that so much, or why they might be a certain way, or they might not be what's expected, or even their kid says, geez, I'm Crow, why aren't you like all the other moms? Why do you gotta be that way? Whatever way you're being, if it's authentic to you, that is exactly what you've come to infuse in that archetype. You've come to break free of certain bonds, lineage, ideas, definitions, collective ideas, religious ideas. And so, whoever you are, the greatest, greatest thing in whatever archetype, whatever role you play, it is to be authentic to yourself and to hold that space. Because in that, you really, really are shining, and you are activating, and you are releasing and illuminating your light. And it doesn't matter um, how others perceive that, or what's the word, impact or reflection or criticism or suggestion, what you're getting received back. All it matters is you're shining your light. You're standing in your light, because that light, if you're true to yourself, then whether that person understands it or not, they could be also continuing the process of completing certain cycles, and you help to activate that. So whether they see and receive you pleasantly or not pleasantly, all it matters is you're shining your authenticity, because then it does point them to their own inner light, to connect to their authenticity, and to come to their own self-realization, to their soul's journey, to their expression. And we're, as a mom, I always think my most important thing as a mom is to guide the children to be themselves, just to be and express who they are authentically, not what people expect, but to be true to themselves and to know they have that power within and to always go within for that guidance, regardless of what I say or be or whatever, because we all have our own individual journey. So being yourself to the fullest and having the freedom to express to me is the most important teaching that we could give anyone, because if you teach them to go within, they're connecting to their God source energy and they are illuminating the purity, the clarity, the self-empowerment that they are. And then it all goes to it goes together with everybody else's light shining to create that outer reflection as a collective as well. So my point is, what was my point? Um, True authenticity, and what we are doing every moment is we are expressing more and more of that. So even if you're not a mother, as in the female gender, we are all called to be mothers in the sense that our masculine and feminine energies are balancing. Even for the masculine, their feminine is coming through stronger. And we are giving birth to a new self every moment, every moment, every moment, every moment. And then there are these cycles where we are bringing forth a new creation, a birthing a new idea, a new business, a new way of being, something new about ourselves that we are expressing. We are all called to be quote unquote mothers in the sense that we are all giving birth to life through our thoughts, through our alignment, through our expression, because it's through our connection within, our alignment, then we express that. And then, as many do that, we all join collectively to create this new world, this new earth, this new way of being. And that is so beautiful because even Mother's Day has so many different implications and layers and depth to it, like everything. There's the mother, like your mother. There's you as a mother, if you're a mother. There's those roles of being nurturing and loving and all of that. But then there's that guidance. There's that example they set. There's that relationship that you have with your own mother. And as you come to your own alignment, now you have a greater understanding and reconciliation with the energies maybe that weren't so pleasant in your past. No one has however, some do claim to have a perfect childhood, but those that don't, it was to just activate some clearing, something big that they've come to counterbalance in a belief in the world. So sometimes the more one stands out or the more different one appears to be or feels, it's because they came to bring forth a balance to that theme, whatever that theme is, whether it's a mother or whether it's a husband or a wife or a partner or doctor or whatever it is, a brother, a sister, a friend, a teacher. You have a theme that you've come to experience, and those themes that you've come to experience often involves in breaking free and releasing and transmuting energies of the past in order to take that theme and bring it to a further fruition, a further expansion of love to be experienced through you. So that is how you are giving birth, and how the whole cycle all just kind of works together, right down from you choosing your mother before you were born and your interaction, and then having that um, connection to yourself, whether because you were guided or because you had to, whatever the circumstance was, and then you gaining that self-realization and then healing energies of your lineage. Say maybe your mom, or well, it can be a mom or dad, but we're talking about kind of mothers, whether they had depression or whether they were alcoholic or whether they were abusive, whether they were toxic. They came because they were also dealing with energies in their ancestry, and that impacted maybe you in a way that you decided, I'm going to end that, I'm not going to be like that. So even though in that moment that you might have experienced something not so pleasant, that made you realize, I'm going to end this pattern, I'm going to be different, because you're more conscious. Every generation is more conscious, more aware, more evolved in general, and expansive. So that mother was actually a gift for you to take charge, in the sense that through your awareness, you turned to your inner power and said, "I'm gonna do things different." And so you had to experience in that in order to end that cycle. And I know we've heard that before, but it's just an example of how the of how we are breaking cycles, completing them, and then we go forth in the new cycle as a parent or a grandparent, where you are holding that archetypical space from a greater love in the sense that it's a higher frequency. Higher frequency is automatically illuminating more love, more power, more unconditional love. Even if that parent, you chose that parent that might not have been what you would have picked consciously as a mother or what you thought the role mother should be. You might have chosen that in order to break and end that cycle. And she chose that out of unconditional love as well to have that experience in order to co-create a new earth, a new way, a new way of being, a new higher frequency of that archetype or that theme that you experience. And then of course we have, I'm not saying every childhood was like that. Some childhoods are beautiful, and then they take that love, that nurturing, that unconditional love that they did feel, and they continue that expansion into maybe a theme that they did come to complete, or they take that energy from the mother and that love into a theme maybe that they have come to either expand or to change in some way, shape, or form because they have that also, that peace, that love, that anchor already within them, if that makes sense. Listen to you for days. You're so sweet. Thank you for that. Thank you for that, Alexandria. You have no idea what that means to me because sometimes when I do a live, there's no one there, and then I'm like, "Oh, what the hell did I do that for?" Or sometimes as I'm speaking and channeling, my human mind at the same time is going, "Okay, I hope this is making sense." So I've always got like awareness of the channel, but then at the other token, I've got my human ego somewhat stepping in and saying, "Hey, okay, enough of that. Really, should you say that? You sure they're gonna get that?" So it's like I get this little thing going on, bantering sometimes, but I learned to put it to the side. Hey, Miranda Panda. I just love the way that rhymes. I love the flow of that out of my mouth. Howdy. Yes. Oh, Gina, yes, Gina, Gina, Gina. Yeah. And I was thinking this morning when I was giving my life how sometimes you said your mom was a little bit firmer and harder, and not in a bad way because she had a lot of responsibilities and had to bring up her kids or her siblings and her kids. So a lot of times we have this ideal of what we think a mom should be, but it's still based on a definition. But if it's the truth is, as long as it brings us to a greater authenticity of ourself, that is to me what evolution, expansion, and God source energy is. If it can bring us to a further liberation and expression of self, because if we did have the perfect, quote unquote, perfect parent, then we might have tried to also, what's that called, repeated that and did that like they have in the past because we thought that was right. But then in some way, shape, or form, that perfectionism can actually inhibit our true expression because maybe we don't want to be that perfect homemaker, that perfect cook, that perfect stay at home person, or maybe we're called to go to a career and then that causes guilt because you think you should be home and tending to the family or whatever. And I'm not saying just mothers, I'm just saying that as an example because it's Mother's Day, but for a dad or anything. So it's about really, really anchoring into your heart's truth and following it and trusting in it. And as you are your true, authentic self, yeah, you're going to be criticized sometimes for it. And know that it's because you're doing your job. You're going to have some people are going to rear their horns. They're going to criticize you. They're going to, like, I know as a mom, mom's been very, very, very challenging for me in a lot of ways because then you want to balance your needs and then what the kids are expecting of you and the whole kit and caboodle. But when it comes right down to it, you've got to honor yourself and be yourself because in that, you will illuminate the strongest light, and that light is going to it's going to connect to everyone around you at some time. Maybe not in the moment of a teenager's life. They might not appreciate you in that moment. Like I even remember my 30-year-old son. Oh my God. Why can't you be like a normal mom? Mom, don't wear those muck boots out in the store. Mom, how many times do we hear, "You're embarrassing mommy, mom, you're embarrassing me." And I'm like, it's like, I'm going to be me. I'm going to be me. So, and that's what we're called to be. And that's all that we really, really can be, and that is to me the truest, truest, truest success, the truest energy of any archetype you can be. If you are you to the fullest, even within that archetypical type character energy. All right. Miranda, you're so sweet. Lauren says Father's Day will, yeah, and there's Father's Day. And I was also talking about this morning for you guys that weren't here. That's my job to embarrass you all. Yeah, it gives them a little bit of skin, develop a skin. If everyone went around people pleasing and wanting to conform and please everyone, that ain't and based in not a surface. What the hell kind of life is that? It's like I don't know. It's just like paper mache, it seems like. There's no depth. There's just surface and everybody just trying to fit in and not upset the balance. Even though I do like harmony, I don't like upset, but sometimes to get to true harmony, you do got to upset the waters a little bit. You have to shift the energy because superficial harmony can only take you so far, and peace, real peace, comes from deep, deep, deep within you, and knowing that all is well in your heart space and in who you are. And then what do we do if we're doing that and operating like that? We're teaching our children or other generations or whatever. We're reflecting that energy that, oh, it's not okay to be yourself. And even though there could be a little upset or a little time where people don't understand, you're planting those seeds. And um, I just want my kids to be happy. And I know true happiness is only in being yourself. All right. I am only 89 pounds and 5 feet. You are tinier than ever, Lauren. Unbelievable. I'm 5'2". I don't know what I go. 120, a good 120 something, I'm sure. All right. Living a retired lifestyle. And is retirement really, what the hell's wrong with that? You don't have to, live retirement at age 60 or whatever it is. She's some girl. Cerebral palsy, transsexual, and a medium. You are an absolutely unbelievable, beautiful warrior of light, Lauren. So beautiful. Those that sometimes have the most challenging past, they also came for the greatest victory because for every energy, there's an opposite and equal energy. And sometimes we've got to take a lot of extreme um, nonconformity or whatever outside the mold or the box of what the collective want in order to be that change. Because sometimes it takes a wrecking ball to knock down a whole building. You need that big power, you need that force. So know that those trials and those pains, those areas where you've doubted yourself, those areas of self-doubt are actually, boy, those areas that are calling forth the greatest energy and the greatest freedom. It is where you have come to activate, like, so this is our body of light. To me, it looks like the spiritual merging with the physical. Here's our little head, but many times we have this cross, we have this burden we carry. Looks like a cross, but also looks like the head, the arms, and the feet. Well, whatever that burden is, that is exactly what we've come to transmute. Whatever that challenges, whatever that turmoil, whatever that fight is within you, you've come to bring reconciliation to it in order to embody the light, in order to free it from the density into the light, if that makes sense. All right. All right, guys. I'm so strange all around. And you know what? I I don't mind being strange. I don't mind being different. I mean, it hurts sometimes. Sometimes there's been some very, very, very hurtful moments, but that pain. So listen to this, you guys. So those pains, those stabs from those closest to you that might seem to diminish or misunderstand what you're trying to be or who you are, those stabs are to release trauma through generations through you. So say you feel really, really sad that you're misunderstood. People don't understand you're really operating from your heart. They might not get what you're trying to do or who you are or what you connect to or what you believe in. And you can get some deep stabs. Well, those stabs are releasing the emotions, not just from you and your timeline, because sometimes you wonder where it comes from. It is because you have carried that in your DNA, in your cellular memory, as the warrior of light to finally end that cycle. And we end it by allowing the emotions to flow through us. So if you have sadness or melancholy, you don't have to understand it all. You don't have to know it. Just know that it's flowing through you because you're a being of light. And as it flows through you, as the darkness flows through you, you literally are lightening it up through your feeling, through your awareness, because your awareness is God source energy. And if you allow it, you don't need to know it, but then it creates space. It creates space for the light to permeate, to illuminate. So that's how you're ending it. It's not that you are pain. It's not that, you're nothing but pure love and light. That is not your natural self. But we take on these energies and emotions to end and complete cycles in the physical. And it also gives us the physical experience of our power, of our light, of what we're capable of the experience of unconditional love. So the things that stab you and hurt you the deepest, it is a deep, deep wound, not just from you, but your ancestors. And you are your ancestors as well. You are those timelines as well that you hold within your cellular memory that you've come to bring to the light so that we can complete that cycle and create now from this higher frequency of unconditional love, this higher expression, a greater clarity, a clearer projection of who we are without all of the stuff making our lens dirty. So Gina, I shared with Gina this morning, we've been talking about dreams, and I had a dream of two grandmothers, and they came, and I was a little bit, they came to go to a museum, and how I understood it, Gina, was the museum, ouch, stupid nose ring, the museum was representing the Akash. And for some reason, I felt a little bit unworthy or embarrassed. And I think it was because I was afraid of being judged by the grandmothers. The grandmothers are representative of our ancestry. And I said, there was a certain room closed in the museum. And I'm like, well, just go to the Disney room, go to that room. And Disney represents, that fantasy, princes, princesses, dreams come true, and all of that. So now I understand it as me trying to clean and clear that grandma's history of ancestry, of what trauma, what distorted energies they were holding and living out in their time period, which was me as well, to be brought to clearing and healing so that now the miracle or the dream can be lived. So the shame, I was feeling shame, like saying, oh, I wasn't good enough or whatever, in whatever shape or form or whatever decisions I've made in my life. But really, I was holding that shame for them so I could clear it as I told them to go to the room of Disney, which represents dreams come true. So I was sending them there, but I didn't go in the room with them. But, anyways, there was just the feeling now as I'm speaking it with you guys, we came to bring forth the room of dreams come true, miracles, abundance, freedom, peace, love. No different than any thinking princess in Disney. Snow White didn't know how she was. The Sleeping Beauty didn't know her own worth. Rapunzel, all of these princesses, and it could be a prince too, in a tower or needing to be saved and released, representative of them needing to escape the imprisonment of their own thoughts and beliefs or things that have been put on them, especially the one Cinderella really gets to me. The evil stepmother, just how they treated her, and she just did it willingly. But so I just think it represents us freeing ourselves and ending that cycle, basically. Ah, it's funny. Transmutation, alchemization. Yes, Tristan. I gave up full coverage of medical insurance to come to Arizona. Luckily, I rarely get sick. So I did hair all of my life, and I did have it. I did have so when we work for ourselves, sometimes insurance is so expensive, we just don't bother. So when I was married, the first time I had insurance with my husband, so that was okay. But then we got divorced, and I'm like, I'm fine. I'm not going to be sick. I'm not going to purchase insurance. And, I lived that way for a long time. And a lot of people will allow insurance to prevent them or the benefits of a company to prevent them from actually having the freedom to live the life or have the business and all of that that they want. So yeah, I was really blessed too, Lauren, that I don't ever, knock on wood, usually use insurance. Usually I have. I've been to the doctors, but in general. All right, guys. So I think tonight I will do a collective reading, or if you've shared out, let me know. And I will do donations if you guys want an individual reading. And the individual reading, I'm thinking I'm going to pull one from the collective consciousness and magical dimensions. And I thought, because this related to my dreams, I told the grandmas, why don't you go see the Disney room in the museum? And to me, this is, I'm going to pull this in that this is going to be the energy that we're opening up. We're giving birth to. Remember, we're all mothers. We're all called through our own authenticity to give birth to a new creation, a new idea, a new job, a new career, a new way of being, a new whatever it is for you, whatever that energy is that you have come to express. So, what magical dimension are you opening up to due to the consciousness you have gained from, I'm going to say your mother, or those, the one, I'm going to say from your life, from your soul journey. That's what I'm going to say. Whether it be from your mother per se, if you, wherever has impacted you the most, I'm going to say your life, your soul journey impacts you, right? Because in general, you'll have a certain theme. Sometimes you might doubt yourself all the time, and that doubt will be proven over and over again through failure, through criticism, through rejection, through no's, and all of that stuff. So, whatever our cross is, whatever that pain is, until we reconcile it, clear it, and bring it into alignment to our true self, because we're already healed, we're already clear, we're already everything we're meant to be. We just came to create and experience the illusion of the opposite of that in order to know thy power, to know thy God self energy. So this is going to represent our soul's journey up to now, what has been brought into our consciousness is how I'm going to read it. And then the magical dimension, the energy that we are bringing birth to, or else, the new foundation we are creating from. Doesn't have to be an exact thing, but it can be the energetic representation of the foundation or the creation that is coming through us due to our finally aligning, connecting, and embodying our true authenticity, what and who we stand for, or what we are, whatever. I think that sounds interesting. That sounds like fun. All right. I love it too, Gina. Warm in here. All right. All right. I love playing with hair. Yeah, I did hair, and I think it's fun. I probably was a hairstylist in the past. Yeah, I've been sick once in 6 years. Well, that's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, it's fun to play with hair, and sometimes I miss it. But what I love about hair was it wasn't the hair, because I used to say, why am I doing hair? I'm not superficial. I'm not a typical, like, not no stereotype, but a kind of a stereotype of a hairdresser. Usually their hair and their makeup and their clothes, they're the latest trends and fashion. And I didn't always hold that kind of energy. It was more about, I loved the connection with my clients, where things I would say to them is like, well, if you could do anything you would be doing, what would it be? What would you be doing? Like, it was all spiritual. So my connection with my clients, and they were truly earth angels. It makes me cry because they're so beautiful. So we helped to cultivate each other because they gave me a platform in order to instigate them, and they instigated me, but underneath the surface. So doing hair for me was representative of helping people feel good, because those instant feel goods are really important as well. Like, if you walk out of the shop and you feel better about yourself because your hair looks good, you're going to feel good. So of course that matters, but I knew the deeper connection of feeling good went deeper, so I would always work in deeper spiritual concepts when I was doing hair. So I had very loyal customers. I was very, very blessed. All right. So I'm going to do a collective. I don't see anybody. If you guys donated, let me know. I'll stick up a, hey, Rainbow. Rainbow. Yeah, I'm warm right now. Yeah, and the stupid stinking so my sister used to pick on me, and this was like frickin' I don't know, 20 something years ago, and she says, "You're gonna be a preacher, and you're gonna be known as the crying preacher because I cry so easily because I just the beauty just overwhelms me." So, anyways, all right. I am going to do a reading for the collect. Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna do. I like the flowy nature of hair. Yes. Yeah, I do too. All right. I've been contemplating cutting it, but every time I cut it, I like it for a day and then I regret it, want it to be longer again. All right, so I'm going to state my PayPal if anybody wants a personal, and it's concerning the if you make a donation, the personal is your soul's journey up to now, what the consciousness is of it, and what you are bringing birth to because of it. What energy base are you giving birth, or the foundation, the two working together? Your soul's journey. All right. Like I said. All right. So PayPal's Ria Barna. But yeah, thank you guys for being here because your comments and your energy and your awareness is the one creating this channeling. Okay. It would not be the same without you guys. And what Spirit said this morning is when we connect when we connect to our heart, and you guys already know this, but all of our energy, it illuminates like all of the gazillion rays of the sun. Like the sun doesn't just hit one part of the earth, it nurtures the whole entire earth. And as we do connect to our heart and we are authentic to our truest self to the best of our capability, acting on your passion, acting on what excites you, acting on what you know to be true to you, those rays illuminate and they nurture the whole earth, but not just the whole earth, all of the connections you have multidimensionally. You are the source, and every ray is like a stream of consciousness connecting you to the all. So we have one little spot of the allness in this in the soul, but through this speck, we're connected to the entirety. And every time we choose to be true to ourselves, we literally create portals, activate light that connect to many worlds, but also that are creating new worlds. Stinking nose ring. All right. All right, hold on here. Ria Barto 24. Hold on here. When I get crying, it pops out my ring. Whatever that is. Hold on here. Ouch. All right. Hey, Kelly. Hold on here. Why is this stupid ring acting funky? Probably because I'm all teary. Hold on here. It's popping out and I'm having issues. All right. Hold on here. Holy crap. 1 second. I can't see. And then I'll do the collective. There we go. Sorry about that. So I pierced my other nostril, and so it's in the healing stage, so I want to make sure I keep it in there. Sometimes you just have to shift what's already inside of you. Kelly, that is so true. That's exactly what it's about. It's about shifting. It's always, Kelly, thank you so much. Thank you so much for bringing this, because it's not about shifting the outside. The shift happens when we shift within. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, yeah, I didn't mean to be given the wrong impression that the outside is always reflecting where we're at. And then that outside reflection causes us to go in and to reconcile the energies, to get that understanding, wisdom, clearing, healing, alignment within us. And then that, yes, that is what activates. That's what creates the portals. That is what connects all the other lives and sends them those codes of love and light as well. Nothing happens outside of us before the shift, the alignment, the spark within us. Thank you. We are creating the hologram. We are creating the change. We are the conduit. We are the portal. And then as we create that within, then we get that outer reflection. So thank you, Kelly, for that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Because all of that outside stuff that we see is to point us within. And all power is within. Nothing exists outside of us. We bring our awareness to it and then it exists. Just like in quantum physics, an atom or nothing exists until we bring our awareness to it. So, and we can only bring our awareness to that which we've already connected to within. We need to feel that connection within before we can even see it. So I was listening to somebody on YouTube, and she was talking about how we are bringing forth new life, new creation. And there's a story about a shaman, and he was talking to like somebody that colonized or came to their earth or their world. I'm going to probably butcher it. But in essence, that shaman was not even aware of what a ship was. They had no idea what a ship was, didn't know it existed, because the person says, oh, do you see that ship in the distance? And they could not see it for the life of them. They're like, what do you mean? It's right there. And they could not see it because they did not yet connect within their inner eye, their inner self, of even that idea or concept. And then they practiced and tried, and then they eventually saw it as that person helped them through it. But that brings to mind one time, what we're so used to seeing, we will see until we make that shift within. So one day, and I showed this example before, I was backing out of my driveway when I lived in Vermont years ago. And I always had my truck parked at the lower driveway. So as I was backing out, I always had to make sure to pay attention not to hit that car. I looked in my rearview mirror. I saw the other car there, and I was going to be careful. And then as I backed out, I'm like, oh my God, that car isn't even there. So it's about shifting inside, shifting our sight, shifting what we're experiencing, because it all does come from in here. Even a baby is created within before it takes its first outside breath. Very beautiful. Exactly. And oh my God, a baby's created, like, it shows, oh my goodness. Like a lot of times we hear that life is a miracle, that the miracle of a baby. When we really, really think about it, it was one cell, or what, it was one cell within you, and then how it develops. We all have universes within us, the potential of them to exist. But as we give it life through our focus, through our energy, then we give birth to universes. So when they say the universe is within you, it really is. Everything happens within. And that baby, it's formed, it's developed, and then just like Kelly said, it all happens within before you see the physical baby. But even for the baby, oh man, it's just unbelievable. And so also that shows how we are God source energy. We're a fractal of that light. We are part of that light. We hold all of that capability within us. We have so much power that we're not aware of. And the physical being gives us that opportunity to play, to go through the energies, and then to experience our creations. Very beautiful, Kelly. Thank you for that. Thank you for being here. It's always, always an inner shift. Oh my God, I can't stress that enough, because we can banter, we can be activists, we can, whatever we are fighting on the outside, what does it do? It densifies that energy. So if you're an activist for something, it just makes it more and more and more. If you're trying to justify something to a mate or a friend or whoever, and they're resisting, if they're resisting, there's no way you're going to change them. You just keep condensing the confliction. You keep having to make scenarios where you're always trying to justify who you are and what you believe. But if you just go within and be that, regardless of the outside, then the outside will shift to match it. But if we're always trying to justify or proven, sorry, and that's a process in itself, because really when we're trying to justify, it means that we're really not believing it in enough and trusting in whatever we're trying to prove on the outside. And once we finally come to that solace, that peace, that acceptance within that that's just the way it is regardless of the outside, then that shift happens. Because then once you stop fighting it and trying to prove it, you don't need to, then all of a sudden you don't need to prove it. All right. Love the sync. Bashar was talking about that. Bashar is my favorite spiritual teacher. I'm not sure which one you're referring to, but yeah, Bashar. Love Bashar. And Bashar, the Essassani, they're a future version of us. So those streams are open. All right. Thank you, Lauren. All right, I'll do a collective first. So all of us watching, and know that spirit, so spirit information is light. Light will seep in any way it can. Like when the sun comes up, it'll sneak through the blinders, it'll come under the door. So spirit, if you're not having a personal reading, know if it clicks and it resonates, it's for you. Spirit is going to touch us, and in any way, shape, or form, it can, because we're the ones creating it, and we're going to create something that we will get our attention or that we can receive inconvenience in the easiest route. What do they say? The route, the flow with the least resistance, in a way that we'll get it. Our subconscious, our higher self is always speaking to us in ways that will get our attention or that will get it, whether it be through a funny show, whether it be through a friend, whether it be through a song we hear, whether it be, this happens to me all the time. I'm listening to some YouTube and I accidentally touch it because the phones are so sensitive nowadays. And now all of a sudden I got something else playing. And then I'm like, okay, spirit, what's up with that? And then I'll listen for a second. Sometimes it resonates, sometimes it doesn't. All right, so the collective card is, this is beautiful. Kim Chemistry got this in the master group the other night. Or no, not Kim, Linda did. This woman, look at her. She's coming in the fullness of herself, that light. She is surrounded by light. She's given birth to herself through her own portal of light. That's what it looks like. Her hair is blowing. It's free. Her arms are open. She's surrendered. Her clothes are indigo blue. Her necklace is blue, and the third eye is blue. That is showing her connection to her intuition, her own clairvoyance, her own understanding within. And she's finally surrendered to her divinity, represented by the white shirt as well. She's surrendered to herself, her true authenticity. She's not trying to hide her heart. She's not trying to be anything other than who she is. She doesn't have her hair all tight in a bun. Everything is just free. And it's representative by her connection to herself. And in that, she has created a portal, literally. This isn't how I read it the other day, but it comes through as it should, according to the energy. It's almost like she's popping through the portal and she's entering a creation that's going to represent her new self, giving birth to her new being, which has always been who she was. It's always been who she was, but she wanted the physical experience of it. So she's popping through this portal. So, but she didn't just pop for it and say, hey, happened to me. No, she had to listen within. Like Kelly said, the shift happened within, hence the blue. The blue represents your internal connection to spirit, your clairvoyance, your clairaudience, your talking, your feeling, everything. That the navy, the indigo blue represents your own intuition, connecting within, making that shift, having that awareness, having that aha, activating your own remembering. But it's triggered by the outside, guys. So that's how the outside operates. It triggers us. It can catalyze us. It can activate us. Then we go within and then we make that shift and we're like, oh my God, that's what that was about. And now she's done that enough times. She's totally embodied in bringing forth this expression that has never been expressed in the freedom and liberation that she is able to now. That is so awesome. And what is it called? Liberation. Go figure. The title of the card is Liberation 26, which is an 8, which is abundance. The 2 represents reconciling unbalanced energies within her, the 2. The 6 represents that peace, that harmony, also can represent ties to your past, reminiscent child. And to me, it is about the two representing bringing equilibrium to energies within that were conflictual do happen from childhood because we came in to carry that in order to heal that, whether it seemed to be activated by our outside world, parents, friends, whatever. But so she's brought in reconciliation of unbalanced energies, the yin, the yang, the good. Oh, sorry, guys, I was painting outside. I was painting today, the steel plant hangers, and it was looking a little rusty. So I gave it a fresh spray paint, and I got it. I got it on my fingers, and it's kind of weird because there's like two lines going up there representing the two. So that's a reconciling of energies, integrating the yin, the yang, the good, the bad. She's realizing nothing is outside of her, so it's even reconciling outside and inside as one, which bring her that freedom, that peace, and that balance. And it also heals the past of that inner child, which will bring forth abundance. When we're aligned and true to ourselves, we're going to reflect that truth. And that is what true abundance is. Being free and liberated to express who you are truly and having that outside world reflect that back. So that is the collective reading. Power, fulfillment, and self-attainment. To me, that doesn't get any better because she also knows she can't grab that from the outside. It comes from in here, and then she receives it from the outside. Just like we looking for a mate, or why can't anybody be like I want them to be? Why aren't there any good men or women? Why? Where are all the good men gone? I need a Bonnie Tyler song coming through. I need a hero. I need a hero. Well, we're our own hero, guys. Make that shift, make that connection, then zoop, and then you receive that outside of you. Yeah, I need a hero song. I always love that song too. Is that not amazing? So that is the collective, what our past, what our soul's journey has been about. The Temple of the Sun, my Master Light Blaster. I know I'm a 5 in general, and a 1 and a 3 in some of my birth numbers. I know I have come as an advocate for true freedom, which is expression, free to express oneself. And that's what we collect in pods and groups and resonate with certain people because we're all holding a certain theme. So I think without a doubt, you guys have all come with a theme of liberating and having that true expression of self. All right, so that is what your journey has brought you up to now, a greater expression of self, and then you're going to receive that on the outside. And then oh, okay, this was the other one. Wait, did I pull that? I had two sitting here. Just a second here, guys. Oh, okay. Those were the two. Oh, I read that one first. I read the magical dimension one first. That is what we're giving birth to. I thought it was kind of funny because I would have thought this would have been the after effect. So actually, I reversed it. That is the magical dimension. That is what we're bringing birth to. That is what our soul journey has come for. And that is the new cycle that we are entering. But it was due to, let's see what this was. This was Better Path. Oh, shit. These are such awesome freaking ass cards together. Maybe they had me read that because they wanted it that way. So our soul journey has brought this up to us, but they pretty much say the same thing in different cards. Your own path. Is this not unbelievable, guys? This is how freaking ass powerful you are. A 21 is a 3. A 3 is about expression, expressing who you are without fear, with confidence, with peace, not cowering, not being afraid of what the outside is, how they're going to respond or react. It means having confidence and freedom to be you, to the fullness of you. And that our past has taken us on a journey of our own path. We have had times, I know my journey in general, and I know I'm very much a hermit, and I do spend a lot of time within because I have to. I have to like bring all, I have to. So this is what we've all had to do, and I know you guys can relate to that. It says, I follow my own unique path with courage and strength. So in the past, you might have felt a loner. You might have felt like a misfit. You might have felt like no one understood you. Well, you guys are all star seed implants. That's why you have come with this higher frequency information from the beginning since your birth. You came through your parents already. And what is she doing? Holding this light. You already came embodied with this light. You are ahead of the game, so to speak. You are ahead of the collective. That's why, oh my God, now I can really feel it. It's so emotional because it's so beautiful. You were ahead of the game. So you had to take this lonely journey sometimes because you came to hold that space, to be that activator, to be that light that has never been experienced on earth. You had to come to be different. You had to come to hold a light that others would not understand until divine timing. And then you might have thought, of course you felt doubtful. Of course you questioned your worth. Of course, but deep down you always knew, but the outside wasn't showing that worth. You knew, but why am I not reflecting that? And now you are. And now you are. And we got two portals here in the trees. There's two circles, one here and one here. Two trees, also representing this one, the reconciliation of division, of separation. Oh, even the reconciliation of the idea of separation, guys, is huge. You know the outside reflection is not separate from you. It all comes from you. The outside world is you, and it's always changing as you shift. This is amazing reading, guys. This is so powerful. So it took a lot of courage and strength to follow our light and to be true to our light and to really believe and listen to that inner voice that was always there. I never forgot that awareness. Since I was little, I always can feel that awareness of myself. And I remember being a baby that was aware. I still remember being in diapers, and I remember my mother had a bucket of cloth diapers back then, and she'd put the dirty diapers there. And I remember being a baby and I couldn't speak yet, but I was afraid I was going to drop into the hole from the baby point of view. And I talked about that to my mother, and she says, "Oh yeah, that was that bucket of diapers, and you probably thought that was a hole." So even my little baby conscious mind, I still remember having that even before I could speak. But my son Caleb remembers before he was born. He remembers, he can tell me like an area we lived, what the living room looked like and everything, and how I gave my two younger siblings a couple of birds, and he saw those birds and they were come and gone by the time he was born. So it was really, really weird. He really holds the consciousness of pre-birth. I don't have pre-birth, but I have awareness. Awareness. All right. So that is what you guys came. Your road wasn't always easy because you always were connected. That light was never dim. You were birthed. Even this looks like a birthing canal. You came forth through your mother's canal, and you held that light, and that light was never completely veiled from you. And a lot of you guys have had gifts since you were little, and then sometimes you might have denied them, put them on the back burner, only to revisit them as they were triggered or catalyzed by something else in life. So you guys all have spiritual gifts, and your path is unique, but that's what you came to be, those star seeds to bring forth, like Bashar's civilization now. Like Bashar's civilization, it's like we came from that civilization, backtracked, even though there's no linear time. We entered back in a dimension through a stream of consciousness to change the ending. So there's many timelines where the world has already, destroyed itself. Well, we come from a time of peace in order to kind of, I don't know if save is the word, but to guide and be that light so that isn't repeated again as well. All right, guys. So Dina, how are you? Beautiful soul sister. So awesome. That is like such a stinking powerful reading. And I can totally resonate now. In my darker times, I don't always resonate. In my darker times, I'm like, what the hell, man? What the hell? What the hell? All right. So Lauren shared out. So thank you, Lauren. I'm going to give you a quickie. I'll just give you a quick, actually, magical dimension I'll give you. Shoot. Sometimes in the kitchen with Dina. Oh, someone's in the kitchen with Dina. How do you know? That was the general collective reading, Dina, but obviously it's going to hit a lot of us because a lot of us are resonantial energy, of course. We have come to be the change. The change is from within, but we had to go through that illusion of separation or doubting our light that we've never lost in order to anchor. All of us came to anchor that light. We've come to anchor and heal ancestral lines, and we're creating this new dimensional cycle. It's a song. Oh, I didn't know that, Rainbow. Dinosaurs. Dinosaurs. Oh, dinosaurs. I like that. Remember, I don't know why that's springing to mind. Remember I think it was the 90s, there was this dinosaur show. It was so funny. And the baby would always be in the high chair and he'd go, not or not the baby, or not the mama. I don't know what he said, but he'd hit the high chair and go, not the mama, not the mama. I can't remember the name of it, but it was like a dinosaur family. Yeah, it was a sitcom. Oh, Dinosaurs was, or the dinosaur? My son remembers after he was born, nurse taking blood from his feet. Wow. Yeah, I can remember baby before I could talk, but yeah. Yeah, Caleb's who I'm talking about. You know Caleb, Gina. He remembers before he was born, literally, which is quite fascinating. Lauren, throat portal. Speak and okay. So you picked a very challenging life as well, like you said up above there, Lauren. And what did you say? Cerebral palsy, transsexual, tiny little girl. all of the challenges that you came for, where you have come to be that voice. Throat portal, throat chakra, that is your magical dimension. Speaking your truth with courage, being that light for others, creating a world where others can do the same, where others, because of your path and you breaking new ground, and like this timeline in general, so many breaking that whole gender thing, and what's appropriate, and sexual orientation, and you know how that's been such a huge thing on this timeline as of late. Well, that's because a lot of you guys as spirits have come as a collective to allow that light to be that new world, so that there are no to break those boundaries, to break those limitations, to connect to the light of spirit, to speak your truth, to be honored for that courage. So you're here to release suppression. So the new world you're creating is obliterating, releasing suppression, and you guys have taken the courage to speak your truth, and that is the new foundation. Speaking of your truth, isn't that a beautiful? That is a beautiful card, Lauren. Opened up throat chakra, and what have you been doing? You have taken master speaking classes. You channel. You do podcasts. You do TikToks. You speak your truth. You've come to bring forth this light of freedom. You are one of the forerunners in this truth, in this portal, in this new platform foundation for those two. Goes back to the collective card. Goes back to that collective. Where the hell is it? The freedom of themselves. Oh, now I can't see it. Where the hell did it go? That woman there that I just had. Well, you saw the collective card. She's free and she's in her own portal. So you've come to free and liberate those that might have felt suppressed or repressed or not good enough or shameful or whatever, hiding or misunderstanding and misunderstood. So you come as a speaker of truth for those that need that courage, that need to be released. So beautiful. Those are beautiful colors. So I like it because it's kind of aqua and purple all in one. So that is representative of the throat chakra. But with the throat chakra, speaking truth is speaking your unconditional love. And unconditional love is connected to your heart's journey, your soul's journey, represented by the green. So that is your journey, speaking of unconditional love to release suppression and creating a foundation of a higher frequency love, acceptance through your courage. You've had to be very courageous, Lauren. Oh, thank you for that. Awesome card. All right. So if someone made a donation, let me know. All right. My son remember. Oh yes, I saw that. Yeah, that is amazing. Okay, Alexandra. Um, I call a magical dimension. Shoo! All right. So what dimension are you giving birth to as a mother? So the beginning of this live, guys, for those joining, may want to check it out, was to do with relationships with your mother, Mother's Day message. But we are all called to be a mother in that we are bringing forth a new creation. We are giving birth to a new self, new ideas. We are bringing birth through us, through our inner shift, as Kelly said, to a new world. Alexandra, illumination. They're all expression. And a lot of people that are tuned into my lives, because that is what I know I've come to teach: freedom of expression, liberation, to be your authentic self. So a lot of you guys are going to probably be on the similar path. Illumination and expression. 23, you're the change, creating change, being even sometimes when you're changed too, it's not always welcomed by others. Sometimes you're going to rough the waters, like I was saying earlier. You're going to be a catalyst for a little bit of resistance, because when you are here to be the change, not everyone wants to change. Not everyone wants that. Some people want to stay in their comfort, they want to stay in their security. So you have come as a conduit for change, and sometimes that's well received and sometimes it isn't, but overall it always is. Sometimes we got to go through a little breakdown, go through a little murkiness before we actually see the result of that change. So illumination, expression, positivity, joy, and inspiration. So you are here to be the change through illuminating your own light. It looks like you also um, act as a, like, I'm feeling you're the fairy. You're probably also very connected to the elementals and fairies. She's holding this light and she's coming to this girl, like saying, hey, guess what? If you come this way, or if you decide to express yourself, follow your light, follow your light. It's almost like you hold space for others to attract them as a model, as illuminator. You inspire others just through being you. I mean, I don't even know what you do, but whatever you do, it holds this purity, this light of of an authentic you express. And you might even be a counselor or someone who beckons others to this light that you've connected to. You know this light, you know this power, so you want to shower. You act as even a guide and a light for others to see what they're available, what they're capable of. Lots of elemental energies working with you, Alexandra. But so you're creating a magical world, also where those connect to their natural self, but also connect to nature. So I don't know if you are outside in nature, but it's about connecting to, even the outside world is reflective of us connecting to our natural self. It can trigger, catalyze, and help us to ground our connection. So you might be connected to the outside, you might have others be connected to the outside, but it also can be symbolic of connecting to your natural self within, and then seeing that reflection outside of you. So yeah, you're here as an illuminator of light and an example and a guide, and you inspire, you feel inspiration, and you are a change. You are the change for others to allow their inner guidance system to illuminate them. Very beautiful. 23, which is a 5. You too, also integrating for expression. You've got a lot of expression as well. So overcoming self-doubt, speaking your truth, trusting in yourself, regardless of what the outside appears, and knowing that that's exactly why you came, to bring illumination to that outside reflection. Baby store, Taurus in the 11th house. The podcast I've slacked off on, regardless of slacking or not, you've done it. You've done it. Well, you've done it. You've done what you needed to do in the podcast, and now you're on to something else. That's okay. Just because you do something doesn't mean we do it forever. And a lot of times we'll give ourselves crap for um, toying or meddling or trying to do something, and then we'll say, well, you gave up, or, oh, I didn't have perseverance. No, Don't be so hard on yourself. You got the exchange of energy you needed from that engagement, and now you've moved on to something else. That's okay. That's okay. I was a wimp ass for most of my life. Well, you're no wimp ass now. You're speaking my language, Lauren. I like those kind of terminology. Wimp ass. You ain't no wimp ass in spite of your size. Oh, I love that. I come to illuminate you through you. That is so beautiful. And I always say that as well. You guys are the ones bringing forth these messages. We're all mirroring one another. So you guys are mirroring an activation within me, and then I am bringing forth like that affirmation of what you already know. I'm not channeling or saying or presenting anything you don't know. I'm bringing that affirmation into your physical realm for you can experience it from the outside. And we are human, and we do like that validation. Like my sister-in-law gave me so much validation today. It was the most beautiful Mother's Day gift ever, and it was all to just do with energy, and it was so beautiful. The lamb, I love it. I should build it up and monetize the thing as another stream of income. Yes. Facebook user. Hey, Facebook user. You're probably in the masters group. Oh, and anybody who kind of resonate with my energies and all that I teach and stuff, I am have a private masters group, and it's a pod within a pod. It's like an extension of the Gold Room group, or extension of Temple of the Sun, where we intensify the energy for our focus, and we allow ourselves, like, when you go through darkness and all of that kind of stuff, the darkness activates your light. You guys are all master light blasters, whether you're in the group or not. But if you feel a call to go deeper and just to allow more and more, that's a great group. We share and reflect light off one another. And I can't say that there's any particular for a class. It's just I allow spirit, we all trust and allow spirit to bring forth the messages, and we just keep illuminating more and more and more, embodying more and more and more of our light, and trusting the process, and allowing the disturbances outside of us to activate our light, because that's part of integration. We are all dark and light. The dark, we wouldn't know our light, and without the darkness, our light wouldn't be activated. So it's embodying both and allowing both to serve as one power. All right. Anything else? Anybody else? I like the lamb. I have been fat and lazy, but it was my own doing. Now I must deal with the consequences. Wild blue. Wild blue. And when the hammer comes to hit me hard, I cannot make excuses as to why I failed. Everything is us, guys. Nothing is outside of us, but we do have power. We do have power. How we want to define that outside reflection as well. Even before we make the shift, you know what also happens? So Kelly Deck was saying, the shift happens inside first, and it is so true. The shift happens within side first, but things can happen simultaneously, as within as without. So we always, 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 always have the power to define or label that outside experience, and that will help us to make our inner shift as well. So say we are, having certain goals or desires, instead of saying I've been fat and lazy or whatever, or I've been not doing my job, or oh geez, I'm crow, I gotta, whatever it is that you're downing yourself on the outside. And I'm not saying you are. I know you're just making a point as well, Lauren. So don't get defensible, but I'm just using you for example, because I can say, oh man, I should have did that, or got I'm so stubborn. I could say, oh, I'm so determined, or take that outside reflection. This is how you empower it to work for you. Take whatever that outside definition, label, criticism, something someone said, something you're observing, and you have the power to infuse it with a higher frequency light, a higher definition. So as we rise in frequency, our outside world rises with us, for the outside world is us. And we can help aid that by consciously redefining, labeling, or infusing everything with greater light. You get stuck at a stop sign, or the light's red forever, instead of getting in a tiff and saying, Jesus Crow, what's going on? Say, oh, thank you, universe, for this pause. It gives me a moment to connect, to reflect. Or someone said no or rejected you for some way, shape, or form, a job, and you can just say, "Oh, no, I'm not it's not that I'm not good enough. It's, oh, no is guidance. No is guidance showing me another path is better for me. Thank you for this no." Or thank you for this rejection because it means there's something better for me. Taking a chance and being willing to get a no is beautiful because the no is just guidance. Everything is just guidance operating for you if you allow it. All right. If anybody else shared out, let me know. If anyone made a donation, let me know. My punishment will come. Yeah, I don't believe in punishment. All right. No punishment, Lauren. Yes, we get what we put out. And if you believe you're going to be punished, well, then you can create. You're as powerful enough. You're powerful enough to create a punishment scenario if you so choose. Okay. Period. If you believe that we are always just reflecting the energy we're operating in and allowing it to guide us, even the unpleasant experiences, then we take it and we allow it to work for us. So we're so powerful, we create that which we believe. Thank you, Alexandra. You're so sweet. Please join us in the Masters group. I can feel your oomph, your enthusiasm, your power, your positivity. Yeah. And I know you could be partially joking, but maybe you're not. And I know you're in general kind of hard on yourself, Lauren. So you know what? You can define anything. You have the power. You're the one creating it. Period. All right, guys. Very, very beautiful live. If anybody shared out and want a quickie, let me know now. We will see how funny it is when I'm going through an unnecessary hard time because I did not get my act together. Well, you exactly said one thing. It is unnecessary. It is unnecessary because you're the one creating it. So create what you want. You got the power. You got, oh, so Lauren, you got the speak your truth, that card. And I think this is also relating to when you are maybe creating experiences you don't want. They're saying use your throat chakra for empowerment, self empowerment. So just maybe think about that. Use your voice, use your words to empower yourself, not to disempower. Be the hero. Yes, Rainbow. Or yeah, Rainbow. And then I saw Kimmy Siegel. Or chemistry. Diamond Gem. Diamond Gem. Oh, thank you. Aqua. I love Aqua. Experience. It's what we believe. Oh, you guys are just like piggybacking the Kim and Kimmy. Yeah, it's what we believe. That's how powerful we are, guys. We're past being disempowered now. We're aware, we're conscious. It's up to you. It's up to us. All right, Rainbow, Diamond Gem, anybody else? If you have shared out, let me know. Anybody else? If you have made a donation, let me know. Otherwise, I will be getting off this live. We all have all the cowboys. Oh yeah, I remember that song. I saw 144 a lot. All right, guys, beautiful live, beautiful. You guys are unbelievable because to bring forth such powerful messages, you guys are just getting that validation and that affirmation back in the physical. And we are physical, so it is beautiful when we get that back at us. I'm not telling you or saying anything that you don't already know. Just bringing it, you are manifesting it into a physical experience through sight, sound, smell, whatever. Your ears. Okay, Tamara. All right, Tamara, thank you, Wild Blue. Yeah, I miss kind of going general public tonight. So usually I've been spending a lot of my time at the Masters, but I like to hit like a bigger forum sometimes. So in the Masters, guys, if you come to the Masters group, for those that aren't, Wild Blue is. Many of you guys are. I do regular readings as well as part of the group. Channeling almost daily. I don't want to say daily, but almost daily channelings discussions, and then I will do a lot of readings as well for the group. Oh, I already pulled it, Tam. No, no, I pulled you one. No, I pulled you one, and I'm not on the Masters tonight. And last night we kind of just talked about dreams, so I did not pull any for the group. So no, and you're holding space for the rest of us, Tam, to receive this message. So thank you. So if you guys are a master and want a card, let me know. That would be whoops, that would be Wild Blue. That would be Diamond Gem. That would be Indiava. Is it an A or an I it starts with, Gina? Indiava? Is it Indiava, or Andiava? I'm not sure. So you guys let me know too if you would like a quickie. That's Indiava and Wild Gem. Galactic Guidance. And you have gotten this card before, Wild Blue. And you know the Palladian, Andromedan, Octurian, all of the Blu-ray kind of energy has been coming through. And I've said in the past that you are a black hole specialist that has come through for you. So there is a timeline where I feel you're a commander. It's like a timeline in the Galactors where you're commander chief, a black hole specialist. And to me, when I say black hole, it's like you had to go through heavy, dense, dark energies in the physical in order to transmute them, in order to come through the light on the other side. This is a magical dimension representing the what we are birthing, because this was a Mother's Day message, but we are all called to give birth, to bring forth this new life. So yours is the Galactic Guidance, Star Family Assistance and Cooperation, and that is a number 18. This is gorgeous. It's so beautiful. So I believe that your platform that you are actually operating from and giving birth to is these higher frequencies. And of course, as a master light languager that you are, a lot of those codes and information come through your light language, Wild Blue. And I'm just feeling that you are a more open receiver to this information, a conduit, a transmuter, an anchor of this galactic information. That is what I'm feeling very, very strong for you. And close contact, what do they say? When you have, not close contact, what's the other word? Encounter. I think you have a lot of galactic encounters already in your dream state. You are one. You are one. You are the alien. You are the alien that has landed on Mother Earth. I did a live on that in the winter. I don't know if it was this winter or a while back, but we all want to see those aliens. And most of us don't even think that or remember or realize that we are the aliens landing. And how we are the aliens is we all have these galactic timelines where we are higher frequency beings, but we chose to bring that energy here, to implant it, to infuse it into the physical. So you guys are, I'm sure, without a doubt, star seeds, you can think of it. But as we activate and remember our true state, then it is as if the aliens have landed, because then even though you weren't aware, then all of a sudden you're aware of these high frequency connections. So your future that you're giving birth to is to do with the galactic guidance that you bring through your vessel, Wild Blue. So beautiful. Powerhouse group. I love that. I love that. I love that. Thank you, Gina. So let me know, Gina. Let me know, Kim, Chemistry, if you guys want a card. If you're in the master group, let me know. Hey, girls. Facebook user. Is that Carissa? Who talks like that? Tina, maybe? I'm not sure. I'm not sure who that Facebook user is. Doesn't sound like James. Doesn't sound like Chris. I'm not sure. Cards, please. Okay, Facebook user, you're going to let me know who you are. I don't know. Tina, okay, I thought so. I thought it was Tina. I thought it was Tina. Well, I'm glad you joined us, Tina Verwers, Master Light Blasters. So this is being a cross stream, Tina, just so you know. This isn't just the Masters, so just so you're aware of that, just let you know. This is Masters, Temple of the Sun, whoever shared out to wherever, and YouTube. All right, Tina. Shoo. The beginning is kind of interesting. So it's what we're bringing birth to. It's a Mother's Day message, and we're all called to be mothers in that we are bringing birth to some new way of being, planet. What are you bringing birth to? I'm pulling you a magical dimension card, and it's representative of an energy. Okay, so I thought one was Carissa and one was Tina. So there's both of you guys hopped on. Who said hi, girls? Just curious. Let me know which one said hi, girls. It wouldn't let me post, but tried to. All right, I'll pull you in after Carissa. This is for Tina. Whoa. What the hell? Look at that. Look at those codes, Tina. That looks like something out of some buried vault in some temple somewhere that was brought to life. That is unbelievable. To me, that is like a master. Well, of course, it's master light. Let's go to Tina. Of course, that's master light blaster energy. It's just showing me you activating many, 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 many multi-dimensional codes, and it's Gaian awakening, preparing, relocation, ascension. Number 17, much abundance. So the Gaian awakening. So part of, I imagine Gaian means Gaia, right? Awakening. You as a star seed have come implanted from the galactics, chosen to be here to bring forth all of these codes that are held in your DNA specifically, to bring forth the expression of them through the physical being Tina, in order to anchor those energies to bring forth the Gaian awakening. And that makes complete sense to me. And you do that always. So this is definitely affirmation. That is where your abundance lies. Knowing that you are a Gaiic awakener. As a master light blaster, that is your path, Tina, and that is what you are to be building and giving birth to. You are giving birth to the manifestation, the realization, the expression of all of these codes that you hold within your galactic remembering. Only makes sense. And you always get the abundance. That's 17, which is an 8, which is the card of abundance. So it is representative of your power and how powerful you are, and not just like outforce power. It's just how you're able to manifest, how you're supported for in every moment that you need to be, and believing and anchoring more into that. The 1 represents your individual path. The 7 represents your connection to your divinity. This to me is part of your divinity, part of your soul's journey, what you've come to express, whatever these codes mean. Obviously, there is Egyptian timelines. I see like the pyramid, the triangle representing unity, the power of 3, the mind, the body, the spirit, the however your 3 is for you, and ending a cycle and bringing forth this new cycle. The triangle is in the circle, representing that is your power point. Egyptian timelines. I think I told you that the other night as well. And creating that portal from that timeline, from those codes, to be infused in the part of the Gaian awakening. That is unbelievable. Yeah, you can come live, whoever this is. Oh, very beautiful. So hold on here. I'm going to post. The link because I'm on StreamYard. So hold on a second. Yes. Invite guests. Copy. Whew, this is so fun and easy now. Technology is getting easier all the time. Post comment. Hold on here. Paste. Chat. All right. So I'll put that in the top. So that's the link, guys. That's the link if you want to come on, whoever Facebook user is, whether it's Carissa or Tina. Very awesome. This is exciting. So hit that link, copy and paste it to your browser, Safari, Google, whatever you're using, Google Chrome. So you take that link that I have at the top, hold it, copy and paste it in your browser, and then it will take you, and I will let you in. Do I sound technical or what? You better be ready to watch Frankie and Grace in a minute. I love this show, guys. I don't know if you watch it on is it Netflix? Netflix, is it called Frankie and Grace? Frankie and Grace. I love that show. All right. I don't know. Did someone want to come on or not? Someone asked to come on, so I have it there. Let me know. I don't see anyone waiting in the classroom. Gina, Kim Chemistry. Would you like a card? Yes, Kim Chemistry. All right, Diamond Gem, because you missed the past couple lives too. So Diamond Gem is also in the master's group, but she's usually commuting for an hour or an hour and a half from work, so she doesn't get to always engage like she wants, or that we would like her to. But she does. She does exactly where she's supposed to be. But I feel sometimes she misses out. So I always love to hit up my master group members in my public forum as well. Choo. Oh, it went, okay, it went like this. All right, so Miss Diamond Gem, Adventure 1, New Beginnings, you hold the key. This came up last night for somebody. See that little key that she's holding? So this is the magical dimension that you're giving birth to. It only makes sense. You're giving birth to a newer version of you. This is almost like this is your birthing canal, Kim, and you're coming through it. You're going to be entering through that, and it's a place of greater adventure, more freedom, more fun. And this pink dress to me represents the higher heart. So you are entering and creating this portal of a much, much even more vast experience, because we're always vast, we're always connected to everything all at once. But you're going to be having the physical experience through Kim Chemistry, through Diamond Gem, in this physical reality without having to die, without having to reincarnate. As you enter this portal, you hold the key. Just unlock it and walk through. So you might be being called to something new. Something maybe you're a little nervous but excited at the same time. You're being called for a greater expression of self. And this is going to bring forth more adventure. It's going to bring forth more authentic chemistry in the physical, more power, more fun, more joy, more love. And you already are all of that, but from the physical expression, you're going to be gaining even more of that in whatever realm that is. Maybe it's not even a physical place, because always the shift happens within. It's an inner shift first. Right now, they just showed me a portal. So you might be entering a portal of adventure even greater in your mind, in your clairvoyance, in your remote viewing, and your tele traveling. Because as soon as I said it might not be physical, I just in my mind's eye saw this portal opening. So I think you're going to be doing even more time traveling energetically, is what they're saying as well. Seeing more clairvoyance, more traveling in your dreams, conscious state as well. They're saying as well, lucid dreaming, visualization, imagination. So you're going to be adventuring even more energetically, but it's going to be like a real life experience, they're saying. So that is very, very awesome, Diamond Gem. All right, I don't see anyone wanting to come on. Did you guys try that? Did you try that? Whoever asked, can I come on? Facebook user said, can I come live? Did you get that? Am I still there? Leap of faith. Yeah. And you know that, Kim. You're already aware of it because you're holding the key behind your back. You're like, it's almost like you might be contemplating it, or you're processing or integrating a little bit more energy. Because I don't feel that you're shy. You don't appear as a shy woman. You're bold, you're beautiful, you're courageous, you're a lion in the sense that you're a Lyran. And I'm feeling you're just holding that key and you're waiting for divine timing. So I can feel your key, you're aware of it all, and you're not timid in any way, shape, or form, I don't feel, because you're very strong and confident in yourself. And so I think you're just waiting for the divine timing. Then you're going to take the key in the front and boom. And of course, the key is symbolic. It's symbolic. Yes, you allow. So yeah, and it will be a leap of faith though. It's a leap of faith. Maybe something subconsciously you're still processing. Maybe some confusion, or maybe there is a fear somewhere in the back about totally letting go. Maybe there's something you're not aware of, because I know me too. I want to allow everything into my experience. But as a lineage or bloodline, um, what's it called? Completing bloodlines. There could be something within your bloodline ancestral that you're completing that you're not quite aware of. It's not of your doing or your own resistance or reluctance. I know that. I'm feeling that. Yeah, now I'm getting a little more tingles. There's something in your ancestral um, DNA remembering that is coming forth, and that is just going to come to your awareness, and you'll allow that understanding, and then I think you'll step forward. So something energetically, and I don't think you're just not aware of it, and it's not you. You came to be that warrior to complete that cycle, and then there might be a little bit more information coming forth before you actually continue that expansion. Just a tiny niggling. All right. All right, guys. Facebook user said yes, so I'm not sure which one that is. Yes, what? Yes, you want a reading? Yes, you want to come on? I don't see anybody waiting to come on. I did invite. I don't see anybody asking to come on. Let me see here. Yeah, it doesn't say anything. All right, so Facebook user, right above Kim Chemistry, where it says, I promised this person. Perfect. Yes, you will have more freedom and fun. Absolutely. And it's going to take you to places that almost like non-physical. I'm feeling it's non-physical experiences that are very powerful. I'm trying to, but it won't. I'm trying to do it on my phone and it's not letting me. I'm sorry. Um, if you, hmm, yeah, if I do it on my phone, I copy it, I hold it, copy and paste it in your browser, maybe, and then you click it and it doesn't allow you to. That's weird because that's usually how you have to do it. I'm sorry. Oh, that's crazy. It says on the Facebook user, and this is Tina. I'm sorry, Tina. So it's you that wants to come on. Hmm. Let me try it one more time. Let me see. Let me see. Guest, invite guest, copy. Oh, you know what I'll do, Tina? Hold on. Tina, what I'm going to do, if it's you, I'm going to just swipe out of this, go to Messenger, and I'm going to post it to you. Hold on. Oh, sorry. So I posted it under your Messenger, Tina. You can try that one more time. I didn't post it on the site, but I don't know if it'll make a difference or not. I'll give you a minute, Tina. Awesome live, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Beautiful, beautiful energy. I'm only bringing through what you already know for validation, affirmation, the physical manifestation of what you've been pondering or thinking or already know. Krista, did I give you one? Oh my gosh, I can't even remember, Krista. Krista, I'm going to pull you one. I don't think I did one for you. Carissa. Shoo. One for Carissa. While I'm waiting for Tina. So, Carissa, what you have, and I believe you might have gotten this before, destiny, completion, also into a new beginning. What stands out is this unicorn. Thank you, Wild Blue. Here, I'm going to stick it right up there. Thank you, Tamara. This is for you, Carissa. The unicorn bows down to you. Unicorns represent that magic, synchronicity, serendipity, um, things that kind of happen out of nowhere. Also, to me, the unicorn a lot represents like a drill that penetrates through the density and leads you to magical worlds. So it's also what I'm feeling for you is you have the focus and the tenacity and the intensity and the and the energy to literally penetrate openings and create portals through your light, of course, not through force, but you've got the energy and the focus to work through things, the endurance, the stamina, the strength, the courage. And so that unicorn's bowing down for it. It wants you to use its guidance. It wants you to use it as a tool to call upon the magic, the strength, what it can do. Also, the unicorn is like a horse, powerful, free, strong, unbridled. So it says divine purpose, passion, and service. So yeah, you just have a lot of magical energies at your beckoning. The fairies operating behind the scenes, which means those high frequencies of fun, playfulness. The unicorn's heads bowed. It's almost like this is you. Think you are like the commander chief in the magic world. I know it sounds silly, but you have these dimensions and portals opened up to you, and they open up out of fun for you, like the light elemental energy. When you're in nature, when you're in Mother Earth, when you're playing, when you're having fun, those energies and frequencies help you to get through the density. That's what the horn is representing. It's like a drill. It's like creates an opening. But what's standing out also is this time and the clock. There's a clock right here. So that's kind of in the background and in the past. So maybe in the past you might have been more time orientated and you are relieving. So the magical dimension that you are bringing forth, the new world that is birthed through you is is that is this kind of energy. It's more magical. You're letting go of the time construct in linear time. You're understanding it's a frequency and it's an energy of lightness, fun, adventure, and magic. And you're going to be creating from that platform more, kind of letting go of the time constraints, deconstructing timeline, and living more in a frequency. Yeah, it talks about service. I do feel that through your own alignment and through you operating in this kind of energy, you are of service to many. You're of service to many, 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 many energies, people, worlds. Ah, geez, I'm crow. They're almost showing me you like a fairy queen. And I know you are very connected to Mother Earth, Carissa. I know all the pictures of the sun, nature, you're gardening, you're outside working. So those elementals and those energies, and there's also, they're saying many, many portals, even within Mother Earth that you're working with, energies that you're receiving and activating and collaborating with, even maybe not at a conscious level as well. So elemental energy operating from that timeline instead of the old constructs. Thank you, Carissa. I'm sorry, Tina, you couldn't get on. Oh, thank you, Alexandra. Did you get that, Carissa? If not, you can watch later. Oh, she has a little fairy there, so it must be. There she is. There she is. Very beautiful, light energy, playful, positive. You got to do more readings, Carissa. So she came in on the master's class and did some readings. Very fun, light energy, just like the fairies. I loved it. So one of service as well. Service, but know that service isn't obligational, guys, and it's not something you have to. You're automatically, when you're aligned to your passion, you're automatically of service. But your passion, I believe, Carissa, has to do with serving others in that way. Like me, what I'm doing right now is of service, but it doesn't necessarily feel like, oh, I'm serving, because it's fun for me and it's passionate. It's light. All right, guys. All right, guys, I'm going to end it with that. Thank you, Alexandra, for your huge support and love and encouragement and light, and all of you guys as well. So Master Light Blaster, Carissa, Tamra, Gina, Alexandra. Oh, she appreciates her mother, Gaia. Absolutely. Carissa, Alexandra, Carissa, Kim, Master Light Blaster, Tina. Sorry, Tina, you couldn't come on live. We'll have to hook up another time and make sure that we can get on. Diamond Gem, Kim Chemistry, Facebook user. Facebook user. Lauren must have checked off somewhere there. Thank you guys. May you all shine with the entirety of all the love and light that you are.